Now the hard part is to get out of the car. It'd be awkward.
Let's go.
Let's do it together. Hello to everybody and their moms, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something that I just love endlessly, which is also tedious, but we'll get to that. Today we're shooting some behind the scenes content for my social media pages. I have been asked before, like, how are you shooting this content? What does that process look like? So essentially today we're leaning into the theme of vulnerability. I already know I'm gonna regret that one. I already know, but we're already here. We're just gonna go ahead and get started. So there's an order to what I do. It shouldn't be a process. It shouldn't be an insane process, but for me, I overthink everything, so there is a process. So the first thing is I have to pick the outfits. The outfits influence the locations because based off of what I'm wearing will determine where I want the background to be. So knowing where the locations are also very important. Third, we have to pick what makeup look we're doing. And I know that sounds very, very stupid. However, makeup is important, and knowing what I'm gonna be packing with me and all those sorts of things, which also are influenced by the locations, which are influenced by the outfits. Are you seeing where I'm going with this? And the final thing is the execution and us just going to do it. So we're gonna start with the first thing on the list, which is these outfits. So the first outfit that I have in mind is actually, it's definitely out of my comfort zone. Okay, we're gonna start there. But if you're not following me on my other social media, you should definitely do that, you guys. But basically I did a little TikTok video where there was this huge sale happening at Kohl's and I ended up getting a bunch of items, but one of the items was a pink athletic skirt. And so I've had this in my closet for a while. It's super cute, super comfortable, all the things. And I've been like, okay, I wanna get a picture in this. So then recently, my boss at work was like, oh my God, Kristen, like I was thinking of you, and I went to the South by Southwest event and I got this bucket hat for you. So in my brain, I'm like, this needs to go with this. Okay, the next outfit I'm looking at, I kind of want to go still very girly, very feminine, and I have this dress and I've worn it quite a bit. The thing is though, I don't think I've ever posted a photo of it on my Instagram before. And so it's just very cute, very simple, and I'm thinking it could be cute with this cardigan. Or there has been this like recent like trend with like over tie little sweater moments, and so I do have this. And so that could be cute. Next, we're trying to show the girls we have range. So I want to put on an outfit that's a little bit more sporty. So I got this super cute matching two-piece set from Kohl's. Like on its own, it does what it needs to do. However, standing in just that little set, I don't know if it's really gonna be doing it. So I do have this athletic kind of like windbreakery jacket that when paired with this, the navy and the orange, it's really not a bad combination. So that would be nice with this like zipped open. And then the last fit that I have proposed for today is actually, it's so cute. I'm looking, and 2 out of the 4 of these items are thrifted, so it makes me very happy. So I thrifted this top. I like the vibes, with a very casual ripped pant, but instead of us doing like a blue jean, we're going with kind of like a gray. I thrifted her. This is a true vintage Tommy Hilfiger jacket, and it's got like the different sort of like color blocking going on. Dude, it is dope. I love it. Not me feeling like Laura Roach, like. So now is arguably my least favorite part, and it is when I try everything on. This is where dreams can crumble and fall to their deaths, plummet, truly, because the vision you have in your head and you put it on, it doesn't match. It's a real thing. So we're gonna start with outfit number 1. Okay, matter of fact, hold on you guys. I'm not mad at this outfit. Now, it's very basic. It would definitely need some sort of jewelry, or maybe the makeup just eats and it saves the day, but I'm not mad at it. We're gonna try to make it work today. Okay, so let's say hypothetically I did something like this with my hair. Okay, I think this is more of the vibe I was going for. It just looks so soft, so very cutesy. Kind of love, oh my God. I think as a rough draft, this looks better. Okay, and then let's say we don't even like the jacket. I mean, it's still kind of, I don't know. We're gonna bring her. She's not my favorite in the lineup so far, but she'll come with. I think that this, with like a different colored scrunchie or something, will really be giving these 90 vibes that I want. I think I might know how we're gonna do locations, which honestly is the next step, so we're gonna get on that. So to kill two birds with one stone, we're gonna talk about locations, but while I do my makeup, because we've got places to be. We got things to do. Also, before I talk about locations, I'm just gonna tell y'all the direction I'm headed for this makeup. That was sunscreen, by the way. So for today's look, the most important thing, whenever you're going to be shooting at different locations, it's super important to do makeup that's going to work at every location that you can like slightly tweak. Just the smallest bit. So what that means is like you're gonna have a good brow, you're gonna have good skin, you know, those sorts of things. Like that's gonna stay very consistent. But things that will change, or at least for me, will be like my blush will slightly change. The lip color I use will slightly change. I might add like a wing at a certain location to like my eyeshadow or something. Those sorts of things are what I like to tweak depending on the specific location I go to, which honestly brings us to the point again of locations. So I'm thinking location wise, let's go in order, right? So during this part, I shared a plan that ultimately changed. So for final locations in the order of which I'll be taking photos, I decided to shoot the pink fit first at a local community center, the 2-piece workout set at the park near my parents' house, the 90s fit in my parents' garage, and finally the cutesy dress in a little hidden area near my parents' house as well. So now we're on to this makeup. So as I mentioned before, we're doing something that's gonna work for every single location as like a base level. Also, I know I didn't show it, but I need y'all to assume every time that I've already washed my face, brushed my teeth, already did all that stuff. So skin prep has already happened. So I would not recommend just like putting makeup on your face without actually cleansing it. So let's say you're watching this and you're like, okay, well, I wanna shoot my own content. Like what do I need? Let's talk about it. So super important, you're going to need a good tripod. My tripod that I currently have, which is over here in the corner, I got it on Amazon. It was $50, but I had a gift card, so it was free for me. But it is $50. Not saying that you need a $50 tripod, but my tripod is fire because of the fact that it gets to my height, which is really important to me. I'm 5'7", so if you're shorter than me, this tripod would be essentially taller than you, which is like really great when you're trying to shoot certain photos and get certain angles and different views. Like it's really awesome. The tripod also provides you with the opportunity to like take this if I wanted to and turn it sideways. So I think it's worth the investment. However, if you're just like, listen, I'm not here for the content creation vibe, that's not for me, but I still want a nice tripod, there are several other options that you can get. The brows today are very intense. Stop judging. I know, but it'll all come together. Something else that's important is like people like to talk about quite often. They're like, oh, do I need a clicker? Like, do I need like a handheld clicker that's gonna like automatically take my photos for me? I say no. I don't think you need one. I don't. I do use an app, which y'all will see me use today, which is called, I think it's Lens Buddy. That app makes it so easy. It's just like an automatic timer, but like you can hear the sound when it's like taking photographs. All the images live on the app, so you don't have like 80 million photos in your camera roll. You can like export them. It just makes life a lot easier. The last thing that I think is super important that people don't talk about when it comes to taking photos are the poses. Something that I had to do for myself, which this is me being vulnerable, you guys. This is me being very vulnerable. You have to practice the poses. You have to practice them in the mirror. You have to figure out what works for you. You have to figure out the different variations. Know your body type, like know your angles, those sorts of things. So for an example, because I am plus sized, it is very important that the poses that I'm doing are going to look flattering for my body type. It would not make sense, and it does not make sense when I see people that are like, oh yeah, like just do this pose. It's like you have to understand that this person may have more rolls than you do, or you know, they have like a double chin or something, like it's not gonna look right. And then vice versa. Like there's some angles that like, I'll be honest, that I can do that like some of my friends that are a bit smaller than I am, it doesn't look as flattering on them. Like that's just kind of how it goes. So to save yourself some time and frustration, because I've been there and I've done that, take some time to practice in the mirror. take some time, do what you have to do, but make sure that you know the angles that work right for your body. I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and I'll be right back. Oh, you guys, now that the makeup and hair is done, I feel beautiful. I love it. Oh my God. This is so freaking cute. I did some tiny little hoops just because I don't want anything to take away. And honestly, without jewelry, it's actually still pretty cute. But we're gonna style it a different way. Anyways, regardless, I hopped on because one, I wanted to show you the look, but also super important when it comes to shooting content. You're gonna wanna put together what I call a little go bag. This is a bag I thrifted a while ago, but fact is, it's so freaking small, but it holds so much. And this is exactly what you're wanting. So things you're gonna wanna put in this bag are items that you're going to use to like touch up. So for example, my edges are gonna probably melt off. So I'm gonna put in some edge control and an edge brush. I'm gonna put in not one, but 2 different setting sprays just because that's the type of person I am. I'm also gonna put in a small bit of concealer, my concealer brush that I use, a pressed powder with a powder puff. All of these things are helpful for me when it comes to touching up my face. I hope y'all are seeing what I'm talking about here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna skedaddle to our first location. I'm so excited. I'm also nervous. I'm also anxious, but I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't know. Let's go. Okay, so I'm in my car and my dad just texted me. Shout out to my dad. My dad was like, hey, like, can you pick up some barbecue sauce because he's making some sliders today. I'm so excited. I'm like, yeah, of course I can go pick up some barbecue sauce. No brainer, truly. But it got my wheels turning and I was like, oh my God, I could go get a cute little prop while I'm at the store. And by a prop, I mean like probably like a little small bouquet of flowers or something. It could be a vibe. So we're gonna head over to H-E-B real fast. Okay, so I've gotten to a pretty decent location. I feel like we can make it work. The parking lot's not that bad. I just think that this is gonna work. It's gonna have to work because I don't have a good backup plan at all. Like at all. And we have several things to do. When I was at H-E-B though, I did get complimented on my outfits. Mom was like, oh my God, are you gonna go play tennis? I was like, girl, I am not capable of playing tennis. But I told her, I was like, the weather's really nice and stuff. And she was like, yeah, you look cute. I was like, oh my God, thank you, ma'am. So in conclusion, no store does more than my H-E-B. Now the hard part is to get out of the car and be awkward. Let's do it together. Okay, so I've decided I'm actually gonna shoot it in this direction, actually in the parking lot, because the lighting is really nice and it'll be fine. So now it's time for the next part, which is to change. I'm not going to change on camera. Sorry, not that type of content. However, I do want to show y'all how this works. So I'm in the back seat of my car and I've pushed up the passenger seat super far, like to the point where I can like do this. And I'm fairly tall, I guess you could say. So now we're gonna change. So I have successfully changed outfits in my vehicle. Now, as I'm sure y'all can see, I'm very sweaty because that required a lot of work. So this is the quick fix. The reason why you bring your little bag. I'm gonna show you why. Our edges need help. Giving SOS, and I'm not talking scissor. This is good enough. So now we're gonna head to the second location, which is the park near my parents' house. And since we're already dressed and I plan on wearing this to my parents, hopefully we can be done in about 20 minutes. So fingers crossed. Dumb tip, when you're going to shoot content, you should always have a hike playlist. Ain't got no license, on the night I was born, the rain was pouring, God was crying, lightning struck, power out of sparks was flying, the real ones here, the young boy that walked with lions around the outlines of chalk where the corpse is lying, of course I'm trying.
Pretty girls walk one.
I just heard your opinion, I couldn't do without it every single time. Cause I'm betting on me. Right. Okay, so I am pulling up into the next location, and truly by the grace of God, there is like no one here. And that doesn't happen at this park. Really giving a shout out to Christ on this beautiful day. Okay, this is the setup. I know y'all aren't seeing the vision. I can just feel it from here. But you have to trust and believe. It's gonna be good, you guys. I think we're gonna try a different angle. Second location was a bit wah-wah, but I still feel, why is there a bug in my car? I still feel like there are a couple of good shots. Honestly, as long as I have like 2 decent ones, I'm chilling. So I think there's at least 2 that we could use. So we're gonna take it as a W, and we're gonna go to my parents' house. If you know, you know. We are home. Thank you.
Hey, you look good.
Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Team, I have devastating news. Tell me why. Tell me why.
Well, she tried. At least, you know, she...
Why did I leave the most important part of this 90s fit at my house, not my bed? Why did I leave the jacket? That is my sister's dog, FYI. The outfit's not giving, which is so frustrating because it had the potential to. So we're gonna still try, as I mentioned, but it's not. I'm so frustrated. Okay, my dad might have saved the day. It was not what the vision was. However, we had to pivot. So let me show y'all the outfit. This is my dad's windbreaker. A true 90s windbreaker. It's got the blue navy, which matches the shoes. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna try to provide a bit more of an in-depth view of what I'm doing. So the first thing that's really important is figuring out where the heck you're shooting. You wanna figure out what the background's gonna look like. So this is essentially the background. So imagine this, but like in like a nice vertical frame. This is what the shot's gonna look like. Lens Buddy's gonna let me set it up how I want it set up. And the great thing about this app is I can have it either facing me or I can have it facing the opposite direction, which is super cool. So for these photos, I like to start out with it like in selfie mode so I can see the poses and figure out what I like. And then to get the higher quality photos, we'll turn it this way and we'll shoot content this way. So that way it's that much easier. So anyways, we're gonna get started. I figured out the angle. I just want to say, I didn't think we were gonna get the shot today, guys. I thought it was done. I thought it was done. But shout out to my dad for coming in clutch When in doubt, guys, when in doubt. So the last thing that we need to do actually is just film the cute little fit in the dress. So I'm gonna go change into that and wait for the sun to set a bit. I think I have found us a pretty decent location for this last photo. It's kind of up on a hill, very remote, the way I like it. I'm sure we'll get a couple of cars because this location has a lot of like growth happening. So like I'm sure people will come and drive by anyways, but for the most part, I should not be bothered. I think we're ready for some photos. I'm gonna lay my edges. I'll meet y'all outside. I'm not gonna lie, this location is not doing it. I had such high hopes and it's just, I don't know. It could be that I'm in the present moment, I'm looking at it and I'm not like wowed. There's a spot that I typically like to go to take photos because when the sun sets, it's like amazingly like just gorgeous. And there are people up here who are taking photos. Which guys, I'm not even being a hater. I love to see it because if they can take photos, I can take photos. We can coexist. And hopefully they don't bother me because I'm not gonna bother them. Let's try it out. This setup is giving more like rolling hills, so I kind of like it better. Guys, why am I wearing the wrong shoes? Like, be serious. Why am I wearing these slides? It's getting embarrassing. So, I definitely got photos, but the car full of people left. They all left. And why? Is the sun looking stunning? Good things come to those that wait. So, I'm gonna take some more photos. I'm here. Why not? I think that's a wrap. I think we got the shot. Oh my God, yes. Welcome back, party people. So I wanted to do one last thing to kind of wrap up this video in a nice little bow because I don't want to just leave you hanging. If you would like to see how I edit my photos and all that fun stuff, please let me know in the comments and I'll definitely make a video on that. I just feel like if I put that all in this video, it will be an hour long and I have a feeling, very strong feeling, may or may not have looked at my analytics, but y'all don't want to be here for that long and that's okay. I do want to show you guys how I choose my images on Lens Buddy. So we're gonna do that together. So when opening the Lens Buddy app, oh, not me exposing my desk. I'm editing right now, guys. Don't hate on me. So when you open the app up, hello everybody at home. This is trippy, this is weird. You're gonna wanna go to your galleries. There should be options so you can see all the photos you've taken before. So I briefly wanna show you guys like what this looks like. So for example, when we went to the first location, the pink photos, I have gone through all of these and I have picked my favorites, which you can sort by rating. And we can go and we can see the ones that I have personally liked. None of these have been edited yet, but it has helped me simplify the process to instead of looking at 96 photos, we have 10. Super easy. So those are the ones I chose for that location. What I didn't get to tell y'all is when I went to the park and I shot in the two-piece fit, I did happen to go to a different location within the park. There's a soccer field nearby. And I was literally about to leave and I was like, wait a minute, let's go over here. And so the same thing, when I look at these photos, I can look at the ones I gave a thumbs up to and these are some photos from that other spot that I just happen to like a lot better. And again, with the 90s fit, same sort of thing. We can see the photos I took here. All of these, once again, will still need to be edited. So now we're gonna go to the location that I was with all of you, and we're gonna go through the photos together. If you notice, I've started to like some of these already because I do have some favorites, or there's some at least I'm like, oh, well, this will have potential. So when it comes to me picking and choosing images, it's really important to me that I don't choose too many duplicates. So the photo that I have right here, this photo is great, nothing's wrong with it. However, this is looking very similar. Like it's very similar, and also this angle's a bit more flattering and all the things. So you do want to be a little bit picky when you're going through this process. Ones like these, for example, it's like, oh, this is okay, but chow is giving YMCA, you know? Like we just have to be very picky here and decide like what we like and what we don't like. So I'm gonna quickly sort through these with y'all. I'm gonna speed it up obviously, but just so you can see what that process looks like for me. Okay, so I've sat here for about 10 minutes and I've picked my favorites. So now the next thing that you're going to do again in the app is you're going to go through the ratings and you're going to click the thumbs up ones, the ones that you like, which for this specific location, I just have a lot that I really like or think that have potential. And you're gonna click select all, and then you're just gonna download them to your phone. You'll click the icon in the left corner and just save them. And once they're all saved, your screen will look like this to show they've all been exported. And now you have those images on your device. Great job. And truly that's all that I do when it comes to shooting my own content. If you're seeing my face or hearing my voice, congratulations, you've made it to the end of this video. If you happen to enjoy it, definitely make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, definitely make sure to subscribe. Now, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, any of those things, definitely feel free to comment them down below and I'd be more than happy to answer them. But also have no fear if you are like, excuse me, I waited until the end and I'm waiting for the results. They will be here in just a second, I promise you. But if you would like to examine these results even closer than what I will be putting in this video, feel free to follow me on Instagram. I have an Instagram and that's where these photos will be heading anyways. So definitely make sure to follow me on there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything. So let me show you guys the final results and I'll see you on the next one.